Good morning to all of you, and once again welcome back to my channel Stream Mechanical. In previous video I was discuss about the all importance formula from resistance welding. Now in this video with help of this example I will be show you how you can solve such kind of questions with help of those equations. So let's go to the point of discussion. So first of all carefully read the question. Resistance spot welding is performed on two plates of 1.5 mm thickness with 6 mm diameter electrode using 15,000 current. Okay, so how much current they are using? 15,000 current. Now for a time duration of 0.25 second, time duration is also provided. Assuming the interface resistance to be 0.0001 ohm. So resistance is also provided to us. Now what we have to find out? Now the heat generated to form the weld is. So by reading the question it is clear we have to find out the heat generation. Okay, so in previous video I give you only one formula to find out the heat generation, and the formula is heat generation can be written as a I square R T. Am I right? Where I is the current in ampere, resistance is R in ohm, and T is time in second. So simply put all the data by taking from the question. So 15,000 is I square. So resistance is 0.0001 and time is provided to you 0.25. So let with help of calculator multiply this. So first 15,000 square into R 0.0001 into 0.25. So the answer is 5,625. Okay, so 5,625 this much amount joule. Okay, so this is our basically answer. So simply in the question each and everything is given: amount of current, the time duration and the resistance, and we have a single equation of heat generation. The heat generation is equal to I square RT. So we are just apply or put the values by taking the questions, and we are getting our answer as a 5,625 joule. So similarly next solve the next one. Two 1 mm thick steel sheets are to be spot welded at a current of 5,000 ampere. So here also current is provided how much? 5,000 ampere. Assuming effective resistance to be 200 micro ohm. So 200 micro ohm. Careful about the unit. Okay, here they are not provide the resistance in ohm, provide in micro ohm, and current flow time is 0.2 second. Current flow time is also provided. Heat generated during the process will be. Basically both the questions are same. There is only a small changes here, the unit of resistance in micro ohms. So I'm just take this question for your better understanding. So the same formula, heat generation is equal to how much? Now I square R T. I is current, they are provided how much? 5,000 ampere. Just put it 5,000 ampere square. Resistance is provided there 200 micro ohm. To convert this micro ohm into ohm we have to multiply it by 10 power minus 6. Okay, and time is provided 0.2 second. So 0.2. So let multiply it with help of calculator. 5,000 square, R is 200 into 10 power minus 6 and T is 0.2. We are getting 1000 is our answer. Okay, so 1000 joule, this is our answer. So I think these two question is clear to you. Simply just remember the equation, heat generation is equal to I square RT, and you can solve the question easily where they are asked the heat generation during the welding process. Let's solve this question. First of all, carefully read the question. For spot welding of two steel sheets, each of 3 mm thickness, welding current is 10,000 ampere. So welding current is provided 10,000 ampere is applied for 0.2 second. The heat dissipated to the base metal is 1000 joule. This 1000 joule is heat dissipated, means when the heat generation takes place from this total heat generation, this 1000 joule heat is dissipated to our atmosphere. It is basically the loss of heat generation. Next one, assuming that the heat required for melting 1 mm cube volume of steel is 20 joule. Carefully understand the meaning of this line. Heat required for melting 1 mm cube volume of steel is 20 joule. Means if you want to melt 1 mm cube volume of base metal, then you require 20 joule. Basically, through this line they are provide you the unit melting energy. Okay, so 20 joule per mm cube, this is the value of unit melting energy. Next, and interfacial contact resistance between sheet is 0.0002 ohm. Now we have to find out the volume of weld nugget. Now first of all, read the question carefully and write the all given data. Okay, given data. First, current is provided to you 10,000 ampere. Resistance is provided 0.0002 ohm. Time is provided 0.2 second. Now unit melting energy is provided how much? 20 joule per mm cube. Am I right? And heat loss, you can say, or heat dissipated. Heat dissipated how much? This one is provided you 1000 joule. Am I right? 1000 joule is the heat dissipated. Now first of all, we have to find out the total amount of heat generation. To find out the heat generation, we have a simple formula. Heat generation is equal to I square RT. If you put the value, I is 10,000 square, R is 0.0002 and T is 0.2 second. Okay, so I is 10,000 square, 0.0002 is the value of R and 0.2 is the time. So 4000 is the total amount of heat generation. Okay, but among this total amount of heat generation, 1000 joule heat is dissipated, so we can write heat utilized. Okay, heat utilized. Total amount of heat generation is 4000 joule, but among this 4000 joule, 1000 joule is dissipated to the atmosphere, means this 1000 joule is not used to melt the base metal. So among this 4000 joule heat dissipated 1000 joule, so we will be get the heat utilized as a 4000 minus 1000. Am I right? So this 3000 joule heat is basically help us to performing the welding. Now this 3000 joule is the total amount of heat. Now here in question they are provide us the unit melting energy is 20 joule per mm cube. So what we can write? This heat utilized, total heat utilized basically equal to your unit melting energy and volume of nugget or volume of welding. Am I right or wrong? Volume of weld nugget you can write it. Okay, so volume of weld nugget, whatever the total volume, if you multiply it by the unit melting energy, then you will be get the total amount of heat which is basically used to performing the welding. Now this heat utilized, we are get 3000 joule. Unit melting energy, they are provide us the 20 joule, and this is volume, let it represent by capital V. So from here we can get that 0 get cancel out, and 300 by 2 is nothing but a 150 mm cube. So this is our requirement answer. This is basically they are asked the volume of weld nugget, the 150 mm cube is our answer. So in this question heat generation is also involved, and after heat generation this unit melting energy is also involved in this question. So basically two important formula you have to use to solve this question. Let's solve the another question. So carefully read the question. Spot welding of two steel sheets each 2 mm thick carried out successfully by passing 4 kiloampere of current. How much current? 4 kiloampere of current for 0.2 seconds through the electrodes. The resulting weld nugget formed between the sheets is 5 mm diameter. So whatever the nugget will be formed, the diameter of this nugget is 5 mm. Assuming cylindrical shape for the nugget, so they are provide the shape to us. The thickness of nugget is how much? We have to find out whatever the nugget will be formed. If the nugget's diameter is 5 mm, then what will be its height or thickness? Also they are provide us latent heat of fusion for steel 1400 kilojoule per kg. Effective resistance of the weld joint is 200 micro ohm, and density of steel is 8000 kg per meter cube. So basically in this question they are provide us the information about the properties of the metal. So can you remember when I discuss about all the importance formula related to resistance welding, there I told you if in question you show that the properties of metal is given, then how you have to find out the heat required. Also data are given, current, time and resistance. So from here we can find out the heat generation. If you remember heat requirement, you can find here how density into volume into your sensible heat, am I right, plus latent heat. But if you carefully read the question, sensible heat, how you can write down? Sensible heat as a mCp, melting point temperature minus your room temperature. But in this question there is no any information about the Cp, Tm and Tr. So in such conditions just simply forget about the sensible heat. Your total heat requirement will be simply density into volume into latent heat. It is clear now? When they are not provide you any information about the sensible heat, then there is no requirement to consider it also. Simply you can take the latent heat as the total amount of heat you required. Here latent heat unit is in 1400 kilojoule per kg, that's why rho into V, which is nothing but the mass, I am here considering. So this is your heat requirement, and here latent heat is provide, density is provide, but volume is unknown. We have to find out the, so if further if I break, then I will get rho. Volume of a cylinder can be write as a pi by 4 d square into height into latent heat, am I right? So here diameter is known, latent heat is known, density is known, height is unknown. So we can find the height if left hand side is known for us. In this question heat generation, all the formula is given, I square RT, I square value therefore provide 4 kiloampere, so 4 into 10 cube we are converted into ampere, then square of it, resistance is provided 200 micro ohm, convert it in ohm, so 10 power minus 6 I am multiplying it with 200, then time is provided 0.2 second. So let's calculate it. 4 into 10 cube square 200 into 10 power minus 6 into 0.2. So I'm getting here 640 joule is the heat requirement. Now basically what happened, the heat generation value is more than the heat requirement. But in this question you have to equate these two, heat generation and heat requirement, because no other way to solve the question. That's why for this particular question I am considering the heat generation is equal to heat requirement. Heat generation is your 640 equal to this density they are provided 8000, so 8000, then your pi by 4, they are provide us the diameter in 5 mm, so diameter is 5, so 5 millimeter, to convert it in meter 10 power minus 3 5 square RT. So diameter is provided in 5, I am multiplying with 10 power minus 3 to convert millimeter to meter, so pi by 4 d square, and height we have to find out, and then latent heat they are provide us 1400 kilojoule per kg. Okay, so this kilojoule also you have to convert in joule, so 1400 into 10 cube to get it from kilojoule to joule per kg. Now let find out the value of height. Okay, first 640, if I take 4 this side, I can multiply 4 divided by 8000 into pi into 5 into 10 power minus 3 square into 1400 into 10 cube. Am I right? So here I am getting height as a 2.91 into 10 power minus 3 in meter. So if you convert it from meter to millimeter, then you will get 2.91 millimeter. So this is basically they are asked. So it is clear now. So I hope the concept of resistance welding, how you can utilize in your exam hall, you got it. So thank you.